Hey guys, welcome back. So today I'm doing an experiment. This was just a canvas that I had painted on before, practicing some string pulls, and it was just a practice canvas, so I'm actually pouring over it. And I'm doing a technique that I saw on Smart Art Materials. I'll link her channel down below. But it's using silicone, which I haven't actually used since I bought it. Like I used it one time in the beginning and I didn't really like it. But this is called Chameleon cells. So I am doing an experiment to see how it turns out. So I'm just pouring my paint mixture on the canvas, which is just paint, Floetrol, and water, and using a wet or damp paper towel to kind of do a swirly swipe over the whole thing. And the reason you saw me do the torch a second ago was just to get out any air bubbles from the paint. I'm going to be getting cells from the silicone, so I didn't want extra added cells just from air bubbles. Now I actually didn't intend to or want to tilt the canvas at all. I wanted to leave it like swirly the way it was, but I just ended up having too much paint on the canvas, so I had to tilt it. Next time I'll definitely use less paint because I don't really like how it came out after tilting it. And then all I did here was pour a little bit of the silicone into a cup that I had, and just dipping the popsicle stick into it and then making dots all along the canvas. Now I've seen this done also with another tool, kind of like the ends of it remind me of like a comb. It's got a lot of different spokes, so you only have to dip it in, a few times on the canvas rather than individually one by one, and it'll make, perfectly straight lines, dots all over the canvas. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it goes a lot faster. This actually took quite a while to do individually, but this was all I had, so I was making do. Now I ended up not really getting cells in that middle piece where there's a lot of white and yellow because those were really the only two colors there. So I didn't really like that section. I mean, there were no colors underneath it to come through, so the silicone didn't really do much. Overall, the technique is really, really cool. I think the results come out looking pretty neat. I just think that it's definitely one that takes some practice. I also should mention that this hasn't dried yet at the time of me doing this voiceover, so I don't know how it actually ended up drying. But what I'm doing here is trying just to get a little more color in the center there and trying to make it look a little prettier. I just didn't like the big kind of glob of white. It's like negative space in the middle of it and it was weird. And blowing it didn't work, so I tried to just kind of swipe over it again. And then I even tried going over with a little more silicone in that spot. But of course that didn't work because there was already a lot of silicone in that paint. So me going back over it with more is not going to do anything. So it still left me with a kind of strange swirl in the middle of the chameleon cell painting. But I still like it better than the big negative space in the middle. So it is what it is. I mean, like I said, this was an experiment, and I was learning from this, so this is how it turned out. Again, like I said, it's not dry yet, but I still think this is a really neat technique. I definitely want to play with this some more and keep practicing because I think I can come up with some pretty cool designs from this. I really like this section kind of right here in the middle bottom. It reminds me of like cheetah print or something. It looked really neat. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy experiment. Win or fail, I don't know, you tell me. Hit the like button if you like this. I'll see y'all next time.